Hello and welcome to session 4 of Year 5 Maths with Mrs. Furby on our place value unit. This is part 2 of the learning objective. I am learning how to compare and order numbers up to a million. So if you've not done part 1, it might be worth going back and doing part 1 first, or giving yourself a refresher if it's been a while, just to make sure you're ready for today's lesson. Okay, so let's get going. The warm-up today is one of my favourites. It is a game called Higher and Lower. I'm going to show you some items I bought in the shop last week, and you need to use your estimating skills and your thinking about life skills and decide, did the next item cost more or less than the one before? So I bought 2 pints of milk and it cost me 80p. Okay, do you think an 8-pack of bananas cost more or less than 80p? Say it now. It was more. They cost £1.25. Well done if you got that right. Right. Do you think a loaf of bread cost more or less than £1.25? Shout it out now. You might have been right. It was £1. It was less than £1.25 for my loaf of bread. Okay, do you think a 4 tins of baked beans, own brand, not Heinz, that might make a difference in your estimating if you're thinking about prices in shops, cost more or less than £1? Shout it out now. It was the same. It was £1. I might tricked you a little bit there. They also cost £1. Okay, last one for this morning. My favourite, a share bag, so a bigger bag of Maltesers. Do you think that costs more or less than £1? Shout it out now. It cost more. They cost £1.25 for the bag of Maltesers. Right, are we ready to go? So for this morning's lessons or this afternoon's lessons, whenever you're doing it, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper. Let's go. So we just want to double check the learning from last week and check last session. Could have been this morning, could have been, who knows. And just check that you understand and remember how to use these symbols, the greater than, less than, and equals to symbols. So which symbol goes into this one? 532,400, 533,400. You are right, this is the bigger number. So 532,400 is less than 533,400. Okay, what about 703,400 and 693,400? You are, shout it out. Yeah, greater than. 703,400 is greater than 693,400. What about this one? 523,400 and 523,400. They are equals. Well done. So that's a bit of a recap from last week. If that, or last session, if that didn't make sense, or if you're a bit confused, go back and do last session again, just to remind you to help you out. Right, just a quick vocabulary check for today's session. We're going to use the word ascending and the word descending. So ascending means going up or getting bigger, so going up the stairs, and descending means getting smaller or getting lower, so going down the stairs. You need to remember those because they're going to help you out for today. So we're going to start off by ordering numbers. I want you to put these numbers in ascending order. Okay, so ascending, going up, which means we're going to put the smallest first. So we're going smallest to biggest. So let's look at the numbers we've got. We've got 2,345, 3,245, 2,435, 2,543. To help us out, we are going to start off by looking at the first digit, so the biggest digit, because we're going to try and see which is the biggest and smallest number. We've got 2,000, 3,000, 2,000, 2,000. So we know that this is going to have to be the biggest number. Why? That's right, because it's the only one in the 3,000s. So we can straight away, we can get rid of that one. We can put that one at the end. That one's definitely the biggest because it's the only one that's in the 3,000s. All the rest are 2,000s. Fabulous. Scribble that out. Now I know in school you're not normally allowed to scribble things out like that, but at home learning you can. Okay, and it's way more fun. But in school, or if you are doing this in school, it's one neat line through it. Ideally using a ruler, but I won't tell anyone. Okay, great. Okay, so now we're going to look for the next smallest one. So we know that they're all 2000s, so we can't use the 2000 column to help us. The thousands aren't going to help us, so we're going to have to look at the hundreds and see which is the next biggest or next smallest in the hundreds. So we've got 300, 400 and 500. Wow, that might give you a clue. Which is smallest? 300, 400 or 500? 300, you are right. So the smallest number is 2,345. Let's get rid of that one. Are the hundreds columns going to help us now? They are. We've got 400 and 500. Which is the next smallest? 2,435. Well done. And then the last one in this middle bit, 2,543. Check we're happy with it. Let's go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that? Fabulous. Let's try another one. So ascending order again. So we're going from smallest to biggest. We've got 39,900, 39,400, 34,090 and 43,900. Again, let's start with the biggest number because we're looking at size order. We've got 30,000, a 30,000, a 30,000 and a 40,000. So which can we get rid of straight away and get it in its place? 43,900 is the biggest number because it's a 40,000 rather than a 30,000. Well done if you got that. So we've got that rid of that one. That one, oh, mustn't forget. Where's my pen gone? There I am. Let's scribble that one out. No, not scribble. Cross it out neatly. Okay, let's look at these next ones. So we're now going to have to look at the next column. We've got 34, 39 and 34. We've got 34 and 34 and 39. Well, I automatically know that 39 is going to be bigger than 34. So I can put this one down here in the next biggest number. Do you agree? Yeah. Let's cross that one out. Fabulous. Well, let's look at the next two then. What have we got left for the smallest and ascending order? So even though we put them in ascending order, you don't always have to find the smallest first. You can be efficient and think, well, I know that that's the biggest, so I'm going to get that one out of the way. And I know that's the next biggest, so I am. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You might decide to go in exactly the right order and start and find that smallest first. That's up to you. We've then got 34,900 and 34,000 and no hundreds. So we've got a 0, hundreds, and we've got a 900. Which one is the biggest? The 900. Well done. So this one must be the smallest. Let's just check. 34,090, 34,900. Yes, and 90, this is definitely the smallest. So this one goes at this end. Cross that one out, followed by this next last one, 34,900. Oh, my commas are just like writing on a whiteboard at school. I'm rubbish at writing on the interactive whiteboard as well. But there you go. We've got those there. Someone will go. Okay. Oh, no, we're doing it in descending order this time. So we want the biggest number at this end and the smallest at this end because we're doing descending order, which is going down. So let's look at the numbers that we've got. We've got 231,000, 213,000, 201,300 and 203,100. Right, that's 6. They're all 200,000s. That's not going to help me. So there's none that I can immediately get rid of. Okay, or not get rid of, put in its place. Well, let's look at this. We've got a 3 in the 10,000s, a 1 in the 10,000s, a 0 and a 0. Well, which is the biggest then? 231, 230, 200 and 0 and 0. So it's got to be one of these two. Is it 31,000 or 13,000? 30,000. Well done. So we can put this one as the biggest. Yet again, finding the biggest seems to be the easiest one to do first. Well, what's next? Yeah, we're going to put this one in next because this one has 1 in that 10,000 columns where these are a 0. So let's put this one in next. 213,000. I don't know whether you can hear the plane that's just flown over my house, but I'm sorry if you can. It must be quite loud. It's on its way now. Okay. And then what are we going to do here? Okay, so we know these are the same, so we're going to have to go to the next one. So we've got a 1,300, or we've got 3,100. So 1,300, 3,100, which is bigger? 3,100, well done. So that is the next one, so 203,100. And then we've got our smallest number, which is 201,300. Do you agree? Great, let's move on. Now, this one is there to trick you up a little bit because it's got all the digits are the same. Okay, and they often give you questions. We often give you questions like that. So we're going descending order again. So we want the biggest to the smallest. Let's have a look. So we've got 900, 900, 900, 900,000. So let's look at the next column. Let's see which we've got next. We've got a 90,000. No 10,000s there. No 10,000s there. And another 9. So we know that these two are going to be somewhere in the smallest, but you can't look at that now. So let's look at the 9 and the 9. So we'll have to go to the next column. For these two, that 9 and then 0, that's the same. Another 0, that's the same. So we're going to have to go down to the tens column. We've got a 0 here and we've got a 9 here. So which is bigger, 90 or 0? 90, you are right. So that must be the biggest number. So we've got 990,090. That is the biggest number. Which number were we looking at next? Because it had the 9 in the 10,000s. Yep, it was this one here. So we can get that one in as well. 990,000 for the next smallest, the next biggest, whichever way you want to go. Going in size order. Right, let's look at these last two then, because these two are fairly similar and we're going to have to go down and see where the differences are. The first two digits are the same, they're both 90,000. Let's look at the 1,000 column. This one's 9,000, this one is 0. Which is bigger, 9,000 or nothing? 9,000, so this must be the next one. 909,000. And let's check, are we happy that this is the smallest? Where we have got, let's get rid of that one. 900,000. Are any of the rest of them 900,000? Nope, they're all more than that. So this must be the smallest. 900,900. Okay, it's about being systematic. It's about being efficient and working it through. You might be like, oh, that felt complicated, and it's not that complicated. You might be able to look at them and go, well, I know that. It's about making sure you check off each option and check them as you go. Right. Your turn. I want you to pause the video and I want you to put these numbers in order, in ascending order. Okay, so we're going ascending. So we're going smallest to biggest. And when you're done, I want you to unpause the video, ready for the answers. So ready, steady, pause. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to answer those questions. Let's look at the answers. These are the answers to the sequences. And we've gone in ascending order with the smallest first. So again, it might be worth you pausing this and checking your answers and checking you're happy with them rather than me reading them out, which might get a bit confusing. So pause, and when you're ready to move on, let's go. Okay, how are you feeling about this? Doing all right? If you're getting a bit confused or you're not sure, just remember you can always go back and watch the video again. You can always ask for help if there's someone at home. Don't sit there and be confused. If you are a bit like, what? Ask somebody to help you, or look at the video again and see what you can do. Right, now I want you to think about putting them into a number line. Now, number lines you might have seen before in all different ways. I've got a number line here that goes from 20,000 to 30,000. I've got 4 numbers, and I'm going to have to put them in the right place. So we're going from smallest to biggest because we're going from 20 to 30,000. So I could have a look and I could probably work out what the smallest number is. Okay, and the smallest number in theory is going to go in this box. Why? Yeah, because it's the closest to 20,000, it's the smallest this way, the smallest number will go in this box. So 27,000, 23, 24, 21. I know that 21,000 is the smallest of those, so this must be 21,800 must go in this box. The next biggest number, and I can see that because if I look at this as going in 10, so this would be 21,000, and this arrow is pointing here, which is nearly at 22,000, so that's about right. Let's have a look at this one. I can work it out if I want to. 21,000, 22,000, 23,000. So we're somewhere between 23,000 and 24,000. What number is between 23 and 24,000? This one. Is that the next biggest? Yes, it is. So I can put 23,570 in there. The next one is between 24 and 25,000, which should be the next biggest. Which number is between 24 and 25,000? Yeah, 24,450. So that one can go in this box here. And I've got one left, and I can check that it's in the right sort of place. We've got 21,000, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27,000, and it's just over halfway. Yeah, so it goes in there, 27,550. Right, you have a go. See if you can put those on a number line, or just put them in A, B, C, D order, up to you. Pause the video and have a go. Unpause it when you're ready. Let's go. Great, hopefully you had a chance to answer that question. Let's look at the answer. So we had 61,800, 63,570, 64,450, and 67,550. Well done if you got those in the right order. Now I'm going to give you a few questions, and it's a bit different. So this is almost like you doing the working in your classroom when you have your different questions, or however it is you do it, and then you work through them. So there's going to be a few things that I'm just going to ask you to pause, answer the questions, we'll go through the answers, and then you'll pause for the next set of questions. So you've got these questions to do first, read what it says, and then answer the questions, then unpause when you've answered them. Okay, remember, if you're stuck at all, go back and have another go. And pause. Okay, let's look at the answers to those questions. So for the house one, you were looking at the least expensive, so the cheapest house to the most expensive house. And then we had number cards that we had to put in order, okay? And they put these symbols in to show you, okay? I told you they come in handy, okay, to help you with that. And then all of the cards that can replace the missing digit, you could have had 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that, would all have worked in here to keep this working well. And in this one, you could have had 6, 7, 8, and 9, okay, to use as the same digit. So it could have been 6, 6, 6, or 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, could have worked to make that still work. Well done for those. Let's have a look at the next set of questions. Oh, it's your challenge question. Woohoo, I know you love these. So I want you to have a go, okay? Oh, I've even made the thing move. I didn't realise he moved. Let me move me so you can see him moving and puzzling on this one. Oh, that was quite clever for me. Right, so challenge question for today is using a Venn diagram or a sorting diagram. What I want you to do is put these numbers in the bottom from A into this sorting diagram. It's another way of ordering and comparing numbers, okay? When you're done, unpause it and we'll see how you did. Off you go. Okay, so for that, the answers are 799 was less than 70,000. There were 62,000 was less than 70,000, 300,000, 145,000, and 620,000. Okay, and then this one, 85,400, was on the outside. Why? You're right, it didn't fit any of the criteria. It wasn't less than 70,000 and it wasn't higher than 120,000, so it couldn't fit inside the Venn diagram, so it's on the outside. Well done if you worked that out. So that brings us to the end of today's session. Well done, you are working so hard. Today you've learned how to order numbers using ascending and descending vocabulary. You've learned how to work systematically when ordering numbers, and that ordering numbers can be done in many different ways using many different contexts. So well done for all your hard work today, and I will see you next lesson.